One day I might not come on here and look like literal death. I might throw a little makeup on my face, but that day is not today, baby. How are you guys? Welcome back to another week of Kenya Has Thoughts. For all you people wondering, if you saw I posted a Real Housewives of Atlanta final season review, it's not up anymore because I want to wait until the reunion. I decided I'm going to give the reunion a fair shot, and then we're going to talk about the issues with Real Housewives of Atlanta. But anyways, let's get into everything that has happened this week, or in the weeks. I never know where I'm gonna pull my tea from, where I'm gonna pull my tea and my topics. The first thing I'm gonna do is talk about Halle Bailey. Here is the thing. I don't like DDG any more than the next person, but I do think it's really weird to speculate about people being pregnant, like who you like, either not even people you know, like speculating about people being pregnant and talking about people's pregnancy. It just is a little weird to me, because especially like with Black women, because we know everything that goes into Black women and fertility and pregnancy and giving birth. So whether someone is pregnant or someone isn't, I just think turning what they're going through into just internet talk for the sake of it, things that don't actually affect you and things that don't actually have anything to do with you, I think it's weird. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, it's not even something that I necessarily enjoy. Every now and then there's stuff that we talk about that ain't fun to talk about, like that you shouldn't be talking about, but it's kind of fun to talk about. I don't see pregnancy stuff that way. It's just not my thing. I don't know. It's just not my thing. So all the stuff with Halle Bailey, I wasn't really able to go back and forth and play the dozens with y'all because it's not my thing. It's not my thing. I think in the end, what's going on with Halle Bailey is Halle's business, her family's business, the people who love her, the people who know her. It's their business, and it's simply just not mine. Like, that's something like people's like bodies and pregnancy. That's just something that is just not my business. All I can do is wish Halle Bailey well. I like Halle. And so, you know what? That's all I have to say about that. The next thing I want to discuss, speaking of Halle Berry and Britney Spears both have to pay their exes some money if you listen to what the blogs are saying. And all I'm going to say is, number one, Britney Spears' ex-husband, estranged husband, you need to get a goddamn job. You need to go get a goddamn job and keep your hand out of Britney Spears' purse, okay? I wish Britney Spears nothing but the best. I wish Britney Spears more days of dancing in her house, in her drawers, of happiness and bliss, and just, you know, living a good life. That's what I want for Britney Spears. I just want Britney Spears to live a good, healthy life. And so I want nothing but the best from her. And if that man ain't that, please leave and get your hand out of Britney Spears' purse. Halle Berry, on the other hand, they said that Halle Berry got to pay her baby daddy $8,000. Mind you, she's been divorced from this man for a minute. She got to pay her baby daddy $8,000 a month in child support. Here is my thoughts on that. This is why you don't marry these men. This is why you do not marry these men. Y'all, I said this before. Y'all be talking about when Keke Palmer wasn't marrying her man. Naomi Osaka, Rihanna, all of these girls who have children by these men. And y'all be like, why you not getting married? You hear all the time people like, why you worried about babies? You need to be worried about marriage. Nobody cares about other people being married more than people who, one, are in a miserable marriage to themselves, or two, not married. Those are the two people who care the most about other people getting married. You could be up here and be like, ooh, I want to have a baby. Why are you worried about a baby? You need to be worried about somebody marrying you. You'll be like, ooh, me and my man were talking about having kids. Did your man talk about marrying you? And it's just like, bitch, is it all that? But I think they do it because, like, either one, they just believe this idea of just like a man should want to marry you. You should get married, because they've never experienced it. Or two, they're just real like uptight and they in a funky ass marriage and they want to drag you down to hell with them. Because it's just like, why do you care so much about other people being married so bad? I'm sorry, maybe that was a little nasty of me, but the demographic of women who are heavily invested in other women getting married, I do not understand it. I don't understand it from a religious standpoint, a personal standpoint. I don't understand it. Like, that's not everyone's life. Everyone does not want to be married. And back to the topic at hand, it also don't make sense to be married. And that's what I think. If you are a moneyed woman, you really need to think twice and ask God 4 times if you really should be out here marrying these men, because at the end of the day, you end up in mess. A couple years of bliss like takes you to mess, and you end up in mess. You end up with problems. You end up with so much other stuff in it too. It's just a trap. I don't know. Marriage for a lot of women in the United States of America is just one big trap. The next thing, we can keep on going down the list. Is it deadbeat baby daddy season? Is it deadbeat baby daddy season? Baby, I feel like every time I open my phone up, somebody talking about they deadbeat baby daddy. Somebody is talking about they deadbeat baby daddy. But I have a question for the victim blamers. I do think it's very weird how y'all treat women who have deadbeat baby daddies. Y'all do this thing where it's like, well, deadbeat baby daddies are a given, but you ain't got to, you didn't have to have a baby with him. You ain't have, y'all just start running down the list of all the things that the woman who has a deadbeat baby daddy, all the things that she did wrong. And it's just like, what do you gain out of this? Number one, like, this person is taking care of a child by themselves. So if even in your spirit you are so wicked that you believe that this woman deserves to be punished for what she has done, be punished for making bad decisions, dumb decisions, whatever, she is taking care of a child by herself, which is the hardest thing I think you can literally do in this lifetime. So like, whatever responsibility, accountability, what you want her to have, she has to take care of a baby. So at the end of the day, when you're nanny booing at these girls, it's just like, you are being very wicked. This goes back to what I was talking about with the Halle Bailey stuff, where like, so much happens to black women, and there's so much, you know, so many issues that can happen to women when they get pregnant, and especially black women. And it's just such a vulnerable time for women. And being a mother is also really challenging. And to make fun of them or pick fights with them, like, and poke at them as if like they are not in a really unfortunate situation. Like, no one wants to have to raise a child by themselves. No one wants their child not to know their daddy, like, or not to have a good father if that's who they have a child with, a man. No one wants that. And so when you're picking at them, you don't think they already have like their issues. I don't understand that. And another thing which makes y'all actually wrong on this, y'all talk about all the due diligence these women are supposed to do before they have these babies with these men. And number one, it doesn't take into account like mistakes. Like, you can just end up pregnant one day. You can just end up pregnant one day. And then y'all be telling people to go to the abortion clinic, like abortion rights aren't being snatched left and right. So it's just like, have you been in America in the year 2023? Like, be serious. And then 3, you can do all the due diligence in the world and these niggas will switch up. You can do all the due diligence in the world and your man can wake up one day and be a terrorist. Your man can wake up one day and just decide he does not want you anymore. He can wake up one day and go for milk and never come back. Like, you have women who have been with men for 10 years and that man just leaves. He just leaves. He has just had enough. He is done. He leaves. And so when everyone's just like, you need to have some self-love, you need to have some self-worth, it's like true. Yes, everyone should have that. You should have self-worth. And maybe if you did have those things, you wouldn't end up in this situation. But the idea that if you do have those things, you won't also end up duped, it's just ridiculous. And the thing is, like, yes, a baby is an extreme form of dupism. Like, whoa, someone literally switching up on you once you've had their child is an extreme form of dupism. But, like, people get duped every day. Like, I hate the girls who sit up online and just act like they ain't never been gagged before. They ain't never been gagged before. Or, it's not even that, because Quine isn't, I ain't never been gagged either. But, but it's not even that. It's the idea that you could never be gagged. As long as men have autonomy, They can lie, they can cheat, they can steal, they can run away. Like, you're never too good for the joke. You're never too good to be gagged, to be duped. Like, it happens, and it happens to people who don't deserve it. It happens to people who are the most secure people you know, the most self-loving people you know, the most moneyed people you know, the most pretty people you know. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone because certain people just act the fuck up. They just act up. They just decide one day they are going to act up. And so when y'all sit up here and y'all just tear these women down, it's like, you think they really need this? And I just don't understand what is that in you that just wants to like stick it to women. Like stick it to women so bad and like judge them so harshly on making poor decisions. Because the thing is, do people who make poor decisions deserve like terrible things to happen to them? Like, no. Like, the conversation 100% needs to be talked about. Why do men feel like they can opt out of parenting? That's literally the conversation that needs to be had. Because when you hear from the deadbeat dads, they have every excuse in the world. Every excuse in the world. And then 10, 15 years later, when the kid is grown, they have even more excuses. Your mama kept me from you. I had this, I didn't. It's like, it's so many excuses. We have to have a conversation as to why do men feel like they can opt out of parenting? Why is it even a choice for you to not be in your child's life? But y'all spend so much of the conversation saying everything that went wrong in the woman's life that got her in a certain situation. And it's just like, it's a bunch of people who saying it could never be them, but go find me a fucking bum and I promise you he got 6 baby mamas. He got 6 baby mamas. It's like, it's somebody. It's somebody. And so instead of just putting these women who end up in these situations in the sick and shut-in list, like, ooh, you were dumb, you were this, you're an idiot, why would you do this? Why not have a productive conversation about, one, how do we build community for single mothers, number one, and then two, what do we do to make men more responsible? Like, what is it? Just look, we have to talk about why there is an option for men to opt out of parenting, to run off on families, to have multiple families all the goddamn time. Like, what is that? That's a more productive conversation than victim blaming these women who are a lot of times traumatized. Like, y'all are sitting here online making fun of women who are like 5 months postpartum. Like, just got sold up. Just got sold up and y'all making fun of them. And I just don't understand. I just don't understand what goes into believing nothing can be you. It can never be you. It can never be you. This can never be me. But it comes from women who say they want, the only way you can guarantee you won't end up with a deadbeat daddy is, number one, to just not have one altogether. To just go down to the sperm bank. Or two, not have kids at all. And so from women who want to have kids with partners that are men, I'm just like, baby, this could be you so easily. Like, men lie every single day. Like, as long as, like, what did I say? As long as men have autonomy, it could be you. But baby, every time I open up the little Twitter app, somebody got deadbeat baby daddy. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. So then that's not me saying like due diligence shouldn't be done. And yes, 100% you should be like making like do what you can do. Like literally heed the warnings, listen to what other people are saying, but also like how you can't be CIA, FBI, policeman, you know, all the goddamn time. Private investigator. You can't do all that all the goddamn time. Sometimes you get caught. You get caught up. And I just think there should just be a little bit of empathy for the people who do end up getting caught up, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I just think, and also I think it's coming from people who really ain't out in the streets like that. Like, people lie for less. People lie for less. I don't know what to tell you. The next thing I want to discuss is, I put in my notes, run your race. I like listen to a lot of people's podcasts, like a lot of influencers and stuff who have podcasts and stuff. And like a lot of people write in like, what do I do to do this? What do I do to do that? Or like you have people who have perfectly good jobs. Like they're a teacher, they're a nurse, they're this, they're that, perfectly good jobs. And like, they're like, but I want to do this and I want to do that. And I just want to tell people out there, run your race. I was like, people will tell you, well, you need to be a nurse and you need to have a side hustle. You need to have 4 streams of income. You need to run your race. Do what feels good to you. Some people are workhorses. Like, they are going to stay up. They are going to burn the midnight oil. They want to be on the TikTok. They want to be on the YouTube. They want to be on the Twitter. They want to be on the Instagram. They want to be in all of these pots, and they want to do their 9-to-5 job. And that's cute for them. But I want you to make sure you are running your race. A lot of times when you are having issues getting success in certain things, ask yourself, are you doing certain things just because you've seen other people who you like do those things? Or are you doing those things for you? Because oftentimes when you are trying to run someone else's race, when you are in someone else's lane, you do get hangups. You do all of a sudden look around and it's like, what am I doing? How do I do this? And it's just like, I fear that a lot of people are just looking at what other people are doing and more so looking at the lifestyle that other people have. And that's the thing that you really want. You don't want the job that these people have. You want the lifestyle that these people have. But the thing is, everything that glitters is not gold. Like, you don't know what this person is going through when that camera shuts off. But let's just say when the camera shuts off, their life is great. It's their life. Someone could be inspired by you. Find what's in you that makes you inspiring to others. Be your own inspiration board. Be your own mood board. Be inspired by the things that you do. Be the best goddamn nurse there is. Be the best goddamn teacher there is. Be the best financial analyst, accountant, data analysis. Be the best you. And you'd be surprised where that could take you. And I don't know where this tangent comes, but I listen to these podcasts and people write in and they have so many questions about what other people are doing. And it's like, I get it. Like, we all, are always looking at somebody else's plate, but eat your food. Eat your food and see if it fills you. That's what I want people to do. I want people to eat what's on their plate and be surprised at how fulfilled you are. Be surprised at how much energy it gives you to be the best version of you. So that's what was in my notes. Run your race. I just think because of social media, people are so heavily influenced by other people and what people are literally doing, how people are living, but you don't know these people. And then you don't even fully know yourself. Like, you should see other people and like what they're doing, be like, ooh, that's not for me. I see it all of the time. For example, I'm not on TikTok. I think what the girlies are doing on TikTok is absolutely amazing. That doesn't feed me. Like, it doesn't feed me. The idea of making a TikTok doesn't excite me. It doesn't anything. I like sitting on here and talking to you guys for however long. I like rambling. And so it doesn't fulfill me. But it doesn't change the fact that I have nothing but respect and admiration for certain people I do see doing that. I'm like, that is so great for you. But I think we need to come back to, that's cute for you. That's cute for you. And I think if a lot of people really thought about that, they would be less concerned about what the next person is doing. That's cute for you. That is cute for you. I have a gang of siblings. They're all doing their thing. I'm doing my thing. And I don't look at them and want what they got, and they don't look at me and want what I got. It's cute for you. And I think more people should do that. And a lot of people, I think, would be less hung up on what to do next if they actually explored what they truly enjoy. Somebody tell Kris Jenner we don't give a fuck about Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. Whoa, yo, what I said, I think in the last Kenya Has Thoughts, have you ever had news that you felt like was being shoved down your throat? Ariana Grande and that bullshit was being shoved down my throat. Gigi Hadid getting arrested was being shoved down my throat. And every 2 weeks, y'all try to shove Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet down my goddamn throat. And if they dating, if they not, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I I do not care, okay? I do not give a damn. Like, oh my God, whoever is trying to force the fuck out of that story, oh my God, like, let it go. You guys, I haven't been talking about movies and stuff that I have been enjoying or going to see, because one thing about me, if one person is on strike, I'm on strike with them. I am on strike with them. I haven't been tweeting about TV shows and movies. I haven't been talking about TV shows and movies with you guys, because I'm just like, no, until you pay those fucking writers, until you pay the actors, until you get the people who in the background right, until you get the dancers right, until you get everybody right, I don't give a shit. No free promo. No free promo from me. So I have been standing in solidarity, even though I've been going to see movies. Like, I've been going to see movies. I don't know if that's like, I don't know, maybe, am I being nasty? Am I being nasty? Tell me. I don't know. I've been going to see movies, but like, I ain't been talking about them, because it's just like, no. I'm always for a strike. I am always for a strike. More people should strike. Anyways, I did want to come and tell you guys this though. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was really good. Like, that's literally what I just wanted to come on and say. I really enjoyed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Yes, there was these two girls who like was pissing me off, because they was doing, I've never had one of those experiences where people be on the phones, but I did, and I had to be like, can y'all not? Can y'all not? And I don't even want to be that person, but I'm like, can y'all not? Like, there's a movie. Like, I'm watching the movie. I'm watching the movie. So, you know, they got a little ghetto. But I enjoy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have just really enjoyed this summer's blockbuster lineup. I really, really did. I don't think there's a single movie I went to see in theaters that I did not enjoy. I really, really did. I enjoyed them all. The next thing I want to discuss is Keke Palmer. I should have put Keke Palmer in the earlier segment when I was talking about, you know, the baby daddies. All of you people, so Keke Palmer was in Usher's video for a song that Usher has. And baby, why when someone does something really nasty towards women, are there a group of men on the internet who always gonna have that nasty ass man back? Like, it's like you didn't even know who Keke Palmer baby daddy was 2 months ago. Now you are literally going to bat for him. You have your cape on. Cut it out. Like, y'all are lazy and stupid. Cut it out. Get a job. People were saying Keke Palmer is bullying this man. Like, spare me. Keke Palmer is not bullying her baby daddy. You want to know what was bullying? Bullying was the stunt that he pulled when he tried to call Keke Palmer out like he don't got that girl phone number. He wanted all of y'all to go and bother Keke Palmer. He wanted Keke Palmer to be publicly dragged through the square. That is what he wanted when he did what he did. So you know what? Keke Palmer getting a little bit of her lick back. And you know what? That's fine. It's all in good fun. That's another thing. Like, this is all in good fun. Like, it's just not like, oh my gosh, you had people writing think pieces and telling Keke Palmer doing a lot, Keke Palmer corny, Keke Palmer, and it's just like, oh my God, like, be serious. Anyways, that is Kenya Has Thoughts for this week. I will see you guys next week for another Kenya Has Thoughts.